So we live in an age of outrage, and there's a script to follow if you're on the left, and there's a script to follow if you're on the right. But what is the script to follow if you're a follower of Jesus committed to the ministry of reconciliation? Reconciliation is God's work, and it is our jobs as Christians to have eyes to see what's broken, but also courage to partner with God in God's mission. And as Christians, we know that the world is broken in many ways, and broken things don't heal on its own. In America, there's a particular way that brokenness is experienced, and that has been through centuries of ordering society around racial hierarchy. Racial hierarchy is a spiritual principality that was manifested economically, legislated politically, and impacts us all relationally. In addition to this, there has been a discipleship that has cultivated toxic polarization instead of a discipleship that cultivates a love of God and love of neighbor. And when it comes to reconciliation, too many Christians are limited by a partisan imagination that cultivates fear and anger instead of a discipleship that cultivates hope in the resurrection. What if Christians were committed to the practice of reconciliation as a way of life? Arrabon's redemptive quest is cultivating communities of reconciliation. We're a spiritual formation ministry that equips the American church to actively and creatively pursue racial healings in their community. We've been a trusted partner for many Christian organizations over the years, and we have developed through a one-to-one training and consulting model. But as social divisions has increased, we have seen that the harvest is great, but the laborers are few. So we've had to organize for scale. We have organized to work with individuals and communities and organizations in a more collaborative manner. So we've designed a program of an experiential learning program where we go to DC, Montgomery, and El Paso to get people out of their normal routines and to get a vision of what reconciliation could look like within their community and give them practical tools that can help them to be more integrated in a very disintegrated context. We have a cohort model because doing work across difference and divisions can be lonely, and this shouldn't be done alone. And so we have an opportunity for leadership teams to come together with 10 to 12 other organizations and to be equipped and to be encouraged and to develop networks of reconciling communities within their own community. And then last but not least, the practice of reconciliation. We believe that the practice of reconciliation is spiritual formation. And in the spiritual formation space, there oftentimes isn't a lot of resources around the ministry of reconciliation. And then in the racial justice space, there oftentimes isn't a lot of resources around spiritual formation. So we've been working diligently to fill this void. And so we've partnered up with Tether, another Praxis partner, to develop resources grounded in reconciliation to cultivate the soil of reconciliation in the hearts of individuals and communities that's grounded in scripture and healthy prayer practices. Yeah. We would love for you to partner in one of three ways. One is to sponsor an experiential learning opportunity for an organization or a community that you're passionate about. Two, convene a cohort in your community to bring some leaders together. And three, invest in the development of spiritual formation resources that are grounded in reconciliation to combat the billions of dollars that go into our economy to cultivate toxic polarization. Reconciliation is God's work. As the people of God, it's our calling to engage in the work of reconciliation. There are so many different areas and opportunities for us to engage in the healing. We just need to have eyes to see with redemptive imagination and the courage to partner in cultivating reconciling communities. Thank you very much.